Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're absolutely diving into the deep end with a raw, highly structured strategy for generating some serious daily income online. We're looking at a system that leverages artificial intelligence to create really simple digital products and then uses data-driven advertising to sell them at massive scale. The creator of this strategy actually refreshed their screen live to prove these numbers aren't fabricated, so we're going to dissect exactly how they built this machine. $5,219. That is the revenue generated in a single 24-hour period using this exact method. No way, right? But this wasn't a fluke, and it wasn't some slow, agonizing build over years. It was the result of a highly targeted, automated sales funnel working flawlessly over just one day. But as the creator themselves points out, this isn't magic. It's really not one of those get-rich-quick tricks that requires zero effort. What we're actually looking at is a structured, repeatable system, a true playbook. And today, we're going to walk through every single step of that playbook so you can really understand the nuts and bolts of how it works.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We're covering 1. The digital product blueprint. 2. Finding and creating products. 3. Packaging and storefront setup. 4. The influencer phase. And 5. Scaling with Facebook ads.
All right, starting off with phase 1, finding and creating products. The foundation of this whole playbook isn't just throwing something together to sell. It's about using emotion-driven research to build an asset people are actually desperate for. First up, the creator uses a tool called PDF Trend Lab. This pulls real-time search data from places like Google, Reddit, and Twitter to find trending problems. The goal here is to find highly emotional issues because, as the creator notes, nobody buys a guide on how to brush their teeth, right? They buy guides to solve real pain points. Second, they take that topic straight over to Claude AI to draft the actual content of the guide. And third, they use Canva and free images from Unsplash to design a super professional cover. AI literally accelerates this entire creation process. Let's look at a specific example to really make this concrete. The creator chose the parenting niche. Specifically, they targeted the sheer emotional exhaustion of dealing with a choppy sleeper. They prompted Claude AI to write a guide full of actionable, real-life steps to fix the issue. Notice they didn't try to invent a brand new market. They just targeted an existing, highly emotional problem, and they priced it absolutely perfectly, somewhere between $9 and $27.
Now you might be wondering, well, if AI wrote the guide, is the quality actually any good? Out of over $5,000 in sales, the creator processed a total of only $125 in refunds. That is incredibly low. It proves a massive point here. At a $9 to $27 price point, buyers aren't expecting some revolutionary, life-changing masterpiece. They're just looking for something that addresses their specific problem and offers a bit of relief. If your inexpensive product does exactly that, it works.
Moving right along to phase 2, packaging and storefront setup. Where you sell your digital product is honestly just as absolutely crucial as what you sell. The creator makes a really strong argument for using a custom Shopify storefront over crowded platforms like Etsy or Gumroad. Think about it. On Etsy, you're tossing your brand new PDF right next to sellers who already have tens of thousands of glowing reviews. Your listing is just going to get buried. But with Shopify, you own the whole shebang. You customize the entire buyer experience. You control the narrative, the design, the focus, making the customer so much more engaged with what you are specifically selling.
And hey, the proof is right there in the data. By owning that customer journey on Shopify, the creator achieved a highly impressive 3.67% conversion rate. When you're driving thousands of people to a site, a conversion rate that high is literally what separates a struggling little side hustle from a $5,000 a day business. But to get those thousands of people in the first place, we need traffic.
Which brings us to phase 3, the influencer marketing phase. Now, what's really interesting about this is that before running a single ad, there's a crucial middle step. Why pay a YouTuber instead of just running direct ads right out of the gate? The creator found an influencer in the parenting niche, paid them $700 up front, plus a 15% affiliate commission just to feature their product. Now, I know that sounds like a slower start, but there is a brilliant data-driven reason behind this strategy. It all comes down to attention and trust. The creator points out that a 27-minute YouTube video builds a totally different level of deep trust compared to some fast-scrolling 15-second clip on TikTok or Instagram. When a viewer spends half an hour hanging out with a creator they already like, and then that creator recommends a highly specific solution to a problem they have, that viewer is incredibly engaged and totally primed to buy. And the results of this single YouTube partnership completely speak for themselves. This one integration generated $15,000 in revenue in just 30 days. It drove over 1,000 highly targeted visitors. We're talking parents desperately looking for sleep solutions directly to the Shopify store. But here's the twist. The immediate revenue, as amazing as it is, was actually only the secondary goal. The primary goal? It was to feed this, the metapixel. So what is it? A pixel is really just a piece of code on your Shopify store that tracks exactly what visitors are doing. Who viewed the page, who added the guide to their cart, who actually pulled out their credit card and purchased. The real, true purpose of that YouTube traffic was to feed high-quality, buyer-ready data right into this tracker, getting the pixel warmer and warmer. And now for the big one, Phase 4, scaling with Facebook ads. This is the climax of the explainer, the part where everything just comes together. First, the creator uses all that pixel data to build what's called a custom audience. They essentially tell Facebook to group together all the users who performed specific actions, like adding the guide to their cart over a specific timeline up to 180 days. This creates a hyper-concentrated pool of data representing exactly what an interested buyer looks like. Then they unleash the ultimate secret weapon for scaling, the lookalike audience. You take that custom audience data, the exact people who watched the YouTube video and bought the guide, and you tell Facebook's algorithm to go out and find millions of new people who share those exact same behavioral traits. You are literally letting the algorithm clone your absolute best buyers. It's incredible. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference between amateurs and professionals. Amateurs use cold audience targeting, right? They go into Facebook and they just guess demographics, clicking parents with children aged 3 to 5 and just hoping for the best, shooting in the dark. Professionals use lookalike audience targeting. They don't guess at all. They use the data-driven cloning of actual buyers that the pixel has already identified as highly motivated. To scale this effectively, the creator actually segments these lookalike audiences. They target the top 1%, meaning the absolute closest matches to the original buyers, and then they scale it outward to the 2 to 3%, the 3 to 4%, and the 4 to 5% matches. This basically ensures Facebook is constantly hunting for millions of potential customers who exhibit the exact same online behaviors as the original YouTube audience. This is exactly how you sustain those high conversion rates at a massive scale. So let's summarize the sheer genius of this entire loop. Step 1, an influencer drives the initial highly targeted traffic. Step 2, your store's pixel records the exact behavior of those buyers. Step 3, you create a custom audience to isolate that buyer data. And step 4, you generate a lookalike audience to automatically find millions more just like them. It is one cohesive, automated money-making system. We've seen just how powerful this blueprint really is. And the crazy thing, the technology is entirely accessible. From finding trends with PDF TrendLab, to drafting with Claude AI, to cloning buyers with Facebook data. The entire system is laid out right in front of you. So I guess the only question left to ask yourself is this. If you can use AI to build a product and data to clone your best buyers, what specific emotional problem are you going to choose to solve? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.